What is up, Planeswalkers? Therex6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal and helps support the channel. Now today, have you ever wondered what Therex6 looks like? Forgetting, of course, the fact that my face is currently my YouTube avatar. Well, now, there's no more need to worry. Hello! I have an actual webcam thing. And we're playing Mirror March, which kind of makes sense because it's like I'm going to be looking in the mirror and creeped out constantly. So, this deck was heavily inspired by the list from, let's see, who is this? Kim Jensen. It does, on her Aether Hub account, it does say that, I assume it is she, could be he, that they stream on Twitch. I went to the link, but I didn't see any held videos or anything like that, so I can't be entirely sure. That said, it is changed a bit, and I will still have the name in the description. So, without further ado, this deck essentially aims to do degenerate things with Mirror March, but also has the background ability to just play a monster-style deck. It's just like red-green good things. So yeah, we're playing 4 Llanowar Elves and 4 Incubation Druids as our nice ramp package. Getting either of these off a lot with a Mirror Match allows us to ramp our mana pretty heavily and allows us to do pretty insane things. And also it just allows us to have our nice smooth mana considering how many things that we have at the higher end. Additionally, Incubation Druid can adapt and become an actual threat by itself. We're running 4 Lava Coils because Lava Coil is one of the best red removal spells in the format right now, so I figured I needed some. We are running 4 Gruul Spellbreaker and 3 Rekindling Phoenix, kind of our mid-tier threats that we have going on here. Gruul Spellbreaker, obviously very fantastic. It has hexproof on your turn, which is very nice, and it also gives you hexproof, so since you are running a monsters deck, you do have to worry a little bit about Cleansing Nova, and this does help stop Cleansing Nova somewhat, or not Cleansing Nova, Settle the Wreckage, goodness. This helps stop Cleansing Nova, so being able to get just a bunch of Rekindling Phoenixes with Mirror March out is pretty swell, but also it's just a totally nice mid-range flyer. Moving on, we have 2 Domris and 2 Vivien Reids. Domri allows us to get a large chunk of creatures potentially, as well as it allows us to give one of our creatures Riot. Typically, we're going to be giving things like Rekindling Phoenix Haste or Biogenic Ooze, an additional +1/+1 counter when it comes in. Things like that, very helpful. And it is pseudo ramp. You're going to be able to play out Domri on 4, turn 5, play a land, and you can get out a 6-drop, which is really helpful considering we do have a decent number with 4 6-drops in the deck. Vivien Reid, very similar to Domri in that she does allow you to look for specific creatures, for example. But the difference is that Vivien can ramp us with lands, whereas Domri can only ramp us for a creature for that turn. Also, a nice thing about Vivien is she destroys flying creatures. Now, of course, we do have a flying creature in the deck, and Ravager Wurm, which can ping down flyers, or fight down flyers, I should say. But being able to just deal with flyers with Vivien is very helpful. Enchantments are super annoying, so that is great. And of course, if you ultimate her, she's great. Domri's ultimate is less awesome, but it's still good. Then, of course, we have what I like to call the mid-game Mirror March value. So we have 2 Siege Game Commanders, 2 Biogenic Oozes, and 1 Burning Sun's Avatar. The Siege Game Commanders allow us to essentially get a ton of Goblin tokens in addition to the actual Goblins we get off of Mirror March. So if we have Mirror March out and we play a Siege Game Commander, and we get 2 more Commanders, which is, you know, relatively not likely to happen, we're going to get 6 additional Goblin tokens in addition to the 3 that this makes, and then the 2 other actual Siege Game Commanders, which is top-notch. Then, of course, a Biogenic Ooze allows us to get extra Biogenic Oozes from Mirror March, and then we get tokens from all of those, but those tokens, the Ooze tokens from the Biogenic tokens, don't actually leave at the end step, so you can keep buffing all of your other tokens, and it's really cool. Of course, this is just a fine-ish card on its own. If you're, you have a bunch of mana and you just need something to do with it, yeah, Biogenic Ooze. Then, of course, Burning Sun's Avatar. This card I initially wasn't going to play until I did see Kim's list, and the ability to just burn your opponent to death off of Mirror March into Burning Sun's Avatar is really cool. Additionally, it is just removal if you don't have Mirror March out. You're going to be able to deal 3 damage to a creature and potentially a Planeswalker or your opponent directly, and that's just a really nice thing to have as in your toolbox. And then we get to what I like to call the real crisp cards. We have 3 Ravager Wurms. Why? Because I like Ravager Wurm. You'll notice I like the worms going on over here. So Ravager Wurm, fantastic, amazing card. It has 4 total options with, like, just on this card for the 2 options for Riot and then the 2 of its other abilities. Usually you're going to be fighting a creature that is really pesky, but you can also just blow up a flipped Escanta, a flipped Legion's Landing, things like that, and it's really top-notch. 2 Pelakka Wurms. Pelakka Wurms, since they cost 7, I decided to not have too many of them in the deck, but being able to gain a stupid amount of life, potentially with Mirror March, is real nice. Unfortunately, you don't get the draw effect because Mirror March exiles it end step, and Pelakka Wurm requires it to die. But if you attack in with a bunch of Pelakka Wurm tokens, and your opponent has to kill them in order to survive, then you get to draw some cards, which is always nice. Also, by itself, it's just a 7 mana 7/7 trampler that gains you 3, or gains you 7. And then last but not least, we do have some Mirror Marches. We have 3 Mirror Marches, and the reason I'm running 3 is because it's a 6 mana card, and also doesn't always go well. I should state that this is a chance-based deck. Sometimes you will just lose because the game doesn't like you. Sometimes you'll just win because you're playing a monsters deck. And sometimes you'll win because of that sweet, sweet value. A piece of paper fell down somewhere, and I got distracted. Anyway, this is our mana base. Pretty even because, you know, a lot of colored requirements across both colors, but let us go ahead and get into it. I unfortunately was not able to play as many games with it as I wanted to. I only won 1 of them. But the reason for that essentially is I have a bunch of things to do, and I just wasn't able to actually play too much with it. But I'm not too worried because of the fact that it's just a good green-red monsters deck. So, also, pardon my beard. My face hates me, so there's that. This hand is fine. We have a turn 2 card that's pretty helpful. Domri out on 4. I would like to have a maybe an elf or just anything I can play on 3 just to help us smooth out our draws, but this is fine. Ooh, shocking. Terramander. This might be just an adapt deck. I don't think, since I still don't have anything on 3, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pass the turn here. The Terramander is not too threatening, and I might have something else that I want to get rid of. So this is Temur, so this is probably Temur counters. +1/+1, not counter your spell. Search for Escanta. Huh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Maybe it's Temur Drakes? Not sure. I'm gonna go ahead and play this, and I will go ahead and kill this now, just because I want my Domri to be uncontested on the board. And then so next turn I can Domri, and then on turn 5, no matter what, I can Biogenic Ooze as long as Domri is around, because of the fact that Domri makes mana. So even if I don't draw a land, I'll have 5 total mana on turn 5, and it'll be nice. And then hopefully by turn 6 I can play this. Another Terramander. Luckily, opponent doesn't have too much stuff going on. I would have liked that earlier, but we are just going to go ahead and Domri now. Check my levels. I should do that after I plus. And I could have -3 there, but I didn't. My opponent probably is running some amount of burn, so I want to make sure that Domri doesn't die to burn. Let's see. No, my levels seem fine. I think I just have my actual personal headphone volume up too high. Alright, so I just turned that down real quick. Gotta mute myself.
You hit like a child.
Oh gosh, Domri's voice lines are so gross. Alright, so I feel like my opponent is holding up a counterspell for a creature. So we dropped the negate. Maybe they just didn't have anything? Because, yeah, they should be on 4 mana by now. I mean, we can YOLO it, I guess. Yeah, let's try and get out Biogenic Ooze. Okay, that was strange. Does it get countered? No, cool. I'm not going to give it haste. I would rather just make it a little bit harder for my opponent to kill. They could obviously just have a shock in response to the trigger, but they should shock before I actually go to my end step. Yeah, so this was irresponsible of them. Oh, he's shocking Domri. Oh, okay. And also, I didn't mean shock. I meant lightning strike. They could have lightning striked my Ooze beforehand, but Domri still being on 4 is totally fine with me. If I draw land, I'm playing a Mirror March, regardless of whether or not it resolves. Because the following turn, if I have that land, I'm going to play another Mirror March. Lava Coil. That's just rude. It's fine, though. It looks like my opponent is just heavy missing out on lands here. I could start the beat down with the ooze that I still have left.
Ooh, you think I'm just gonna let you pace me?
Okay. Well, unfortunately, don't have the ability to do that. We're gonna get green. Can I activate Incubation Druid now? No, I can't. Darn. Let's see. If I give her haste, I can, but I don't get... Yeah, I guess I'll do that. So I'll give her a... Oh, wait. I could just put a 1/1 counter on her, you stupid person. And then she can produce 3. Immediately. Does that work? 7. Holy crap, it does. I'm very happy that I read the card. Right, but she doesn't have haste. I'm no longer happy that I read the card. I totally forgot. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh, man. I feel dumb. But luckily, my opponent is struggling a bit on lands, so shouldn't be too bad. I'm, like, super worried about this webcam thing, man. I'm not used to it. So, like, I don't know if my screen's too small or too big, if I'm in the right location. Dive down now to flip their Azcanta. They have to drop the top, no matter what, though. No, and they didn't. All right. Maybe it was just to adapt Terramander, kill out Domri. That's fine, because that means my Mirror March is probably going to resolve. Ow.
Any skirmish you can walk away from, right?
Oh, I got a land. All right. I have 3 in a row. No, I'm going to tap the elf, please. I want to tap the elf and the land, please. That is 6 mana. Thank you. Alright, now all I need, since I have all 3 of my Mirror Marches, all I need now is a creature. Can't wait to not have any of those anymore. Well, my opponent only has 3 cards, so got rid of a shock. Yeah, this just seems to be like Temur Drakes, I guess. I'm a little frightened, I'm not gonna lie. Because if they kept the hand that only had 2 or 3 lands in it, they must have had something. Yeah, so I am a bit scared. Need to draw... Ravager Wurm would be crisp here. Pelakka Wurm, also not bad. Ow. Burning Sun's Avatar, still okay. Land is not what I wanted. So I'm probably dead next turn. My sadness is immeasurable. Yep, here comes the death. Yay! Ah! They were mana screwed, and I still died. I am working on a Steal and Sacrifice deck that has things like Angrath and stuff. And I'm also working on a cool Rakdos deck that I hope you guys will enjoy. Snapmage 1995, you are not cool. I assume my opponent is playing control. This hand is fine. Yeah, we can turn 1 Llanowar Elf into Gruul Spellbreaker. If my Llanowar Elf dies, then I do still have access to Lava Coil. I'm going second, which makes the fact that I only have 2 lands a little less bad. It is still bad, considering we do have 2 cards that we just, like, can't cast at all, but should be fine. Black green. Okay, so this is probably going to be Sultai midrange. It could just be Golgari, but my assumption is Sultai. Okay, so it looks like they don't have. No, it's Jund. Well, that's interesting. I should have played this first. Well, I would have had a shock either way. Do I want to play Spellbreaker? Or do I want to Lava Coil this? I think I would rather play Spellbreaker. But do I want to give haste or a 4/4? I'd rather have a 4/4. Just because it only dies at this point to Lava Coil. It can't die to Lava Strike. Lightning Strike. So let's see if they have something good for 4. Rhythm, okay. This is the rhythm of the wild. The wild. Oh yeah. I'm gonna Lava Coil your guy. Your guy. Oh yeah. then I'll attack for 5. 4 or 5. Oh man. Oh god. People can see my laughs. Alright, what do you got for 5? Vivien Reid? Wouldn't be very good. Undarum Lich? Aw, I wish I saved that for that then. That's fine. This would become a... I can make him deal 4 damage to himself and tap it. By playing a Ravager Wurm. Oh, right. That costs one more thing of mana. Guess we're just gonna play the Ooze and pass. I could get a little hurt by Find Finality. Yeah, Find Finality would suck a lot. But I think I just don't attack here. Do I become greedy and Mirror March next turn? Probably. Because I want to show the deck off. Maybe I should have killed Llanowar Elves earlier. That was probably incorrect of me. So they're just like Jund Rhythm, I guess. I mean, Undarum Lich is a good card. Jund Midrange in general. But that's not what your name betrays, my good friend. Alright, dropped a land and a land. Getting back a land, I assume. Yeah, so he's making his creatures large. But I'm making my creatures many. Yep, decides not to attack. Interesting, interesting. I'm going to go ahead and play out the Stomping Ground. Play out the Mirror March. The next turn, hopefully, I get a ton of Ravager Wurms. And I could just keep punching crap into the ground. But for now, I'm just going to pass the turn. I have 2 cards. He has 2 cards. He has a good enchantment. I have a good enchantment. But hopefully mine is better, even though it is not as consistent as Rhythm of the Wild is. Alright, drop 2 lands. Makes sense. Come on, don't finality me. Siege Gang. Okay. He might be playing a deck that has Mirror March in it, actually. Just based purely on what I'm seeing here. That's very possible. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play Ravager Wurm. And I'm going to do a thing called Hope. Let's all join along and look at the fact that I'm only going to get 1 flip. Come on, lots of flips. I'm going to come in with a +1/+1 counter. Let's do this first. Oh, wait, I'm going to have to target it anyway, I guess. So we're definitely going to go ahead and at least kill that. Come on, coins. 1 flip! This is why I'm playing Mirror Match, so you don't have to. Alright, we're gonna wait another turn. Because we can get some ooze value. Oh, that's still triggering because I had a creature come in. Sure. So now a decent chunk of my board does survive against Finality. My opponent is left on 1 card, but they do get to choose the card that they're getting. Jadelight? Jadelight's fine. I am fine with Jadelight. Decides to go with the counter. Collision. Okay, don't have any creatures with flying, so okay, cool. That's fine. I have good blockers. Well, I don't trust that very much. I'll block here. Maybe he has another collision? Or another Colossus? That's +2. Yeah, I still think that's fine. If he wants to trade for my Ooze, I'm fine with that. Or not trade, but if he wants to trade the card in his hand for it. Yeah, I'm totally fine with that. Sure, you trample over for 3 damage. Okay, Mirror March. Be nice to me. Well, I could Domri. I can Domri into Incubation Druid, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to just... Maybe I'm just going to want to use Domri to draw a card anyway. So we're going to see what's going to happen with these Mirror Marches. Please? That's 2 in a row. I'm going to go ahead and play out Domri. and just let them die, essentially. I'd like to draw some creatures here.
These go here, those go there.
Can anybody find me somebody to love? Mirror March, why do you hate me? Oh, the paper's on the floor. Alright, opponent has one card in hand, something that it looks like they can cast now. Looks like they're going to shock Domri or something. Sack a creature, deal damage to Domri. Nope, just shock Domri. That's it's fine, I guess. We're still at kind of a stalemate. Yeah, excuse me? Every now and again, I need to make sure I'm still connected to the internet. Alright, there we go. Okay, can I have a bunch of Llanowar Elves? I'm gonna cast 3 creatures this turn. Can I get some number of Mirror March triggers? That's 3 ones in a row. Incubation Druid. Wow, I got 2. Gonna play out a Gruul Spellbreaker. Don't mind if I do. I got more than 1. +1, +1, +1. Finally. Okay. Even though they have decent blockers here. Let's see. Definitely tag with these. Because they're free. Unfortunately, I can't actually, like, use this mana for anything. 1, 2. Yeah, I only have 2 mana for this, so, yeah. Definitely attack with these, because they're worthless otherwise. Do I want to attack with a Ravager Wurm? I don't think I do. I don't want to attack with the Ooze either. Honestly, I'm fine still waiting. If nothing else, at some point I can just Biogenic Ooze, but they have Trample. I assume they're going to easy block Fine Broker. I don't know if they're going to choose to Underarm Lich or not, but it's fine. Yeah, easy block Fine Broker. The thing is, if they choose Underarm Lich, like, they still take the 4 damage, so there's not really reason to do that. Okay, so they go to 7. And I have a better board. Sure. So, as long as my opponent doesn't get some spooky, scary skeleton stuff, we should be fine. Keyword is should. I mean, like, I keep looking at Discord, or not Discord, at OBS to make sure my body is centered. Scraggin'. A little scary, because it can start pinging things. So that's unfortunate. Can I draw something, please? Oh, did it do haste too? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, looks like my opponent maybe is just going to try to kill me at this point. Over the course of a couple turns. Ooh, another Spellbreaker. Don't mind if I do. +1/+1 counter. Can I get a nice, like, Hail Mary play? Okay, I need to attack in such a way that my opponent can't kill me on the crackback. Only these 3 have trample. Isn't math for blockers? So this has to get chump blocked. This has to get chump blocked. One of these are likely to get chump blocked. And then this blocks here, this blocks here, this blocks here. And I don't kill my opponent. And then I die on the crackback. Yeah, I know. Crap. My opponent can activate Skargan only once, twice if they get another land. No, they can activate it twice. Okay, so I'm functionally at 6. I don't think I... It's possible I missed lethal there, but I legitimately can't see it. And instead of making the ooze, I'm gonna make one of my incubation druids pop at instant speed. Carnage Tyrant, okay. Carnage Tyrant makes an 8/7. Okay, that makes sense. Pelakka Wurm, Burning Sun's Avatar, any of these things. Even more Ravager Wurms, all of them would be great. But of course, that requires Mirror Mastery to actually do something. Ow. Can't wait to top deck a land. Why did it have itself? Why do only bad things happen to me? Alright, well, considering the fact that I am dead no matter what, I'm just gonna go ahead and attack with everybody. Why not? Make him do the math. Darn, I hope you missed it. I'm gonna get through for 3 damage. Woo! Mirror March, why? Why are you like this? Okay, going up against YKK on your zipper. We're going second. We have no red mana. This is a mulligan. Especially considering we have 3 6-drops in our hand. Can't wait for our opponent to be on mono red. This hand's better, I suppose. Oh, man. I'll keep that, I guess. I'm glad I did. Going up against red. Can't wait to draw no more lands. Possible I made a horrible, terrible mistake? Yes. Oh, blue-red. Oh, good to know. What are you buying? Discovery. Okay. Grixis? Oh, they kept 1. Cool. Awesome. Great. Okay, well, I can at least Lava Coil that, since I'm not getting any more lands. Did I keep a 2-lander? Yes, I did. Thought I was going second. I guess maybe I should have scried the Lava Coil to the bottom, but... And here comes the Crackling. Yep. Oh, I got a land, so that's nice. If I can just keep drawing lands, I should be okay. Turn 4, I can Domri, I suppose. Turn 5, if I keep getting lands, I can Siege Gang. If I don't have Domri, I can Ravager Wurm if I do. Okay, that's fine. Makes me more inclined to think that Domri will live if I get to cast him. Great. Well, I get to cast him. Unfortunately, pretty sure he's dead now. Not really a reason to -3 here. Even if we do get, like, some value out of Domri, it's just, like, not very worth it. When the upside is being able to actually play something else this turn. But shock into, yep. Ugh. I just want to play fun decks. I know I'm playing ranked, but I'm playing ranked for logistical reasons, right? Like, alright. Unranked, the queue times are way too long. So, I started playing ranked, and for the most part, it's fine. Oh gosh, it's Gregor Clegane. Deck, why do you hate me? If this one of the is this a forest or a stomping ground or anything else, this hand would have been fine. I can't keep this, right? Like, all right, I'm not gonna complain about that. I'm not gonna complain about that. I'm gonna make my Llanowar Elf because I would like to not have to play this. Yes, finally. I at least did show that Mirror March is flimsy at best. Oh, and I can just play a Domri? I guess I should keep Domri alive. I mean, I don't think that my opponent is going to be able to 6 Domri. It's debatable whether or not this is the correct thing to do, but Ravager Wurm next turn would be great. Shut up, Domri. Is there a way to just, like, turn off specific Planeswalker voices? His voice is so annoying. Alright, so next turn, if I draw land and lose Domri, I can play a Ravager Wurm. If I still have Domri, even if I don't draw land, I can play Ravager Wurm. And either of those scenarios are good in my book. So let us see what happens.
Are you having a laugh?
God, it's so bad. It's so bad. So let us plus.
A little pick me up before the real fun begins.
Okay, double riot. So we're gonna go one counter. Does my opponent have Seal Away? They might, but I have another Ravager Wurm, so eh. Yum yum. All attack. Opponent missed a land drop, I think, but so did we, so it's even. Next turn I can once again kill what he has. Come on, Gregor Clegane, show me what you got. I need to, like, catch up on the Ravnica story, because I have no idea how Domri would have brought down freaking Borgmos. I guess Bolas did it and said that Domri did it or something like that. That would make sense. I just need to read the story. I've been a little behind because of the fact that I've got the school. I got the school things, man. Am I allowed to do Jamaica? I'll do whatever accent I want. I don't care. We are going to. I guess I'll just plus again.
A little pick me up before the real fun begins.
Dude, Domri, real talk. Shut the hell up. I'm gonna give you some haste. Do I want to play this other Incubation Druid? Not really. No real reason to play into a board wipe if my opponent happens to be running one. Yeah, I'm good there. I should have attacked with the Llanowar Elf. That was just me not clicking properly. But like, if my opponent had a cleansing over here, I would want to not throw this in there, just because I am still stuck on 3 lands. So, nope, 4 leader. That's fine. That's going to get eaten alive. Choose a green. Gonna go ahead and Ravage up. Going to 1/1 counter, haste. Kill this. Attacking for 9. Opponent's down to 2. Technically, they'd be at 1 if this elf was alive. But I assume we've won this game. Pride Mate, sure. I don't have anything with trample, but I do have a flyer. Alright, my opponent is not dead. Because I'm fairly certain that they have tap this. Like the one time I want you to tap that. All on the floor, tap that, give me some more mana. But I'm fairly certain my opponent here is holding up a settle.
Would you like to see what's left? You can't stop nature.
I will take a Siege Gang, because I can Siege Gang and just kill them. And you know what? Let's go ahead and -3. I don't need to get Domri to his alt.
Maybe I'll hang on
Sure,
to this,
I'll take that.
if that's all right with you.
And then I will attack with just Rekindling Phoenix. It could be Seal Away and not Settle the Wreckage, but I'm fine with that. But there's legit no reason to overextend, because I can just kill them next turn with Siege Gang. Yep, settle. Exactly what I expected. Force them to use it. But let us get a mountain, sure. I guess I did forget to mention that Siege Gang Commander is decent reach. Alright. Well, we did get to see mirror match happen once, but we're only at 35, so let's give it another go. I should say that I have practiced with this deck previously. You may have seen in not yesterday's video, but the last video I did that there was a red-green like mirror march deck, but I wasn't confident in where it was, so I only played a couple games today with it. Sure, I'll keep that. Sometimes when I'm not entirely sure what exact deck I want to play, I will end up playing a multitude of them during practice, and then save one for a different day because I need a little bit more tweaking and things like that. So here, I assume my opponent's on base Golgari. Okay, Golgari Shaman, so they're probably more graveyard-centered Golgari deck. Yeah. Now I could... Okay, I got the second Lava Coil. I was going to say I could hold my Lava Coil to deal with a Wild Growth Walker. They're not super problematic, but it's something I would have wanted to deal with. And now I do have Rekindling Phoenix going down here. A Branch Walker without the Walker is real nice. Sure, sure. Surge Supplier, yeah, so they're definitely more graveyard-centric. They may not have any Vraska's Contempts, which would be really nice. But if I just keep getting, like, lands, like just hitting my land drops, then, you know, Siege Gang into Ravager Wurm is pretty decent. And I can just start pressuring the life total with Phoenix, right? This is a 5-turn clock by itself, so. My opponent does have access to Overgrown Tomb. Let's see if they play it. Okay, they played it. Tapped. Surge Supplier, sure. I think they should have played that untapped, or they should have waited until they suppliered. It's not exactly the same thing as card draw, but it would have given them more information on whether or not they wanted to play additional thing in their hand. So, of course, we don't know what their hand is, but I am still going to. Am I still just gonna Siege Gang? Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Siege Gang. I could Siege Gang, or I could Domri. It's really unlikely my opponent is going to be able to deal with Domri. Like, Black-Green's not known for haste. Sure. Yeah, I like the idea of playing Domri. Am I greedy? A little bit. This entire time, I'm not going to lie to you, I thought Domri's +1 could only be used on creatures. Well, I feel silly. Do I want to use it on Lava Coil? Not really. Like, I don't care if my opponent deals 4 damage to Domri. If they contempt Domri, that's incorrect. They should contempt Phoenix and just attack Domri, I think. But let's see what they have. I guess they could have a buff of some sort? Muldrotha. Not bad. Not bad at all. I do love me a deck that plays Muldrotha. But this can become a 6/7 and eat the Muldrotha.
It ain't the first time I've been knocked about. My muscles may be small, but watch out when I flex them.
Shut the hell up, Domri. I can play Llanowar first. Oh, but I can't give it double riot. Okay, I was gonna play Llanowar first. That would have been a mistake. Ravager Wurm. +1 counter. +1 counter. Fight time. Oh, I'm dumb. I could have also hasted. What? How did I not count that right? 4, 5 plus 2. Yep, that was dumb. Wait, no, I did it right. Why am I constantly confusing myself? No, that said 7/8, didn't it? Right? That said 7/8. Maybe I'm just going insane. I don't know. Opponent has a lot of mana to use. Finality, not good. I mean, they can get back Ravenous Chupacabra. I assume that's what they're doing. No, why? Oh, I guess they don't have another land. Sure. I mean, luckily, they're still dead in a couple of turns. Because they just don't have enough for Muldrotha to be super cheap yet. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do this into this, yeah. Let us get a red source. So this. I'm going to give him a +1/+1 counter, just make him a little bit beefier. I guess I'll just sack this now and kill this, but I don't want to make his Muldrotha cheaper. And also I can just attack him in the face. I'm just going to attack with Rekindling Phoenix. There's no reason for me to let him dump both of those into the graveyard. Although I guess he would be getting rid of Finebroker. He doesn't have enough mana to play Finebroker and then play Chupacabra. So honestly, I think I'm fine just attacking here, right? Because this is 2, 4, 6. Right, yeah. So my opponent is just dead next turn. Because I can sack, and then sack him on my turn. Well, sack one of these, and then sack the other two in the last Siege Gang, so. My opponent is not in a great spot. I do not care about Domri. I do not remotely care about Domri. Yeah, let him die. I could block this. Let's see. It's 5, so this is... I guess I could block. No, I don't care. It's not a part of my win plan. I'm totally fine with Domri dying.
Oh, looks like you're all mouth and no hands.
I guess maybe he finalities here, but then he loses his board. Crawl Harpooner, that doesn't work. Because I still have the flyer. So, yeah. We'll put him up to 6. Sure, that's fine. Put him up to 6. That'll let this be 1/3 mana, but even then, it's not enough. Sure. Sure. The grind was a valiant effort, but was not enough. Alright, well, I was only able to catch March, what, once or twice? I don't remember. And, of course, it kind of screwed me. But, you know, that's the type of thing that happens. So let's jump into the packs. There wasn't actually, like, anything really that I felt was a good discussion in the sideboard. And essentially the reason for that was, it's you know, most of your just kind of red-green good things, you know, Cinder Vines, other like good, like decent-ish Gruul cards. You could theoretically run Draconic Disciple, you know, just more ramp cards as well. And you can change it to kind of suit your needs. There's also a bunch of other mono red cards. There's you know, I'm not even going to talk about them here. If you want to see another March deck that's a little bit different from this and is kind of more of a red burn-ish deck, head over to Covert Go Blue. I just call him CGB. Go to CGB's YouTube channel, and he has a really cool deck that uses things like Viashino Pyromancer and Goblin Chain Whirler and things like that to stack up these triggers. Anyway, I guess I'm going to do that when I go to my end card, because just me being there would be strange. So I would like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Salamander and Zaraga, for their continued support. If you'd like to join them and support their channel, you'll find links to that in the description down below, along with links to the Discord server, where you can get deck help and play games with people over on the server, as well as my Aether Hub account, where you can find all of the deck lists that I run. And I also am putting links to Tyler Walpole's stuff. He just did Vikaru, my character in the Guild Gates and Goblins D&D campaign run by a merchant, and my gosh, it's amazing. It is wonderful and so great. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, even though we kind of got shafted by the main card in the deck. It was still just a decent-ish Gruul monsters deck, so yeah, I do hope you enjoyed that. If you did, go ahead and tap that like button, add a subscription to Mana Pool, cast a comment in the comment section down below, and pass the turn and the video to one of your friends. And until next time, all will be one as the music swells.